Good evening and welcome to this Thursday edition of Primetime Access. Tonight, a feisty filmmaker, psychics, and songwriters. Listen to these names: Cole Porter, Irving Berlin, George Gershwin, John Lennon, Paul McCartney, Paul Simon. Well, that's a very short list of famous songwriters. Now, how about this list? Kevin Corbett, Jeff Jackson, Rosemary Forster, Jeff Colgrove. Also a list of songwriters, just not as famous yet. Someday they might be. Well, last month, they and others competed in a local songwriting contest. Now, if you've ever thought about writing a song, be advised, it's not easy. For one thing, there's lots of competition. When Happy Anderson organized this contest, she expected maybe 100 entries. She got 451 from 8 states.
We had all types of music. We had gospel music. We had lots of country music. Some rock and roll, even some blues, and a couple of jazz tunes were sent in. Just a wide variety of music.
So what makes a good song anyway? Well, that depends on who's listening. Fact is, many people who write songs aren't really sure of what to do with them after they've gotten the words down on paper. And that was the whole idea behind the first annual Intermountain Songwriters Contest.
To help educate them, let them be aware of what we can do for them as far as keeping them up to date on publishers and how to go about getting their songs published.
So, with 451 entries, how do you figure out what's good and what's not so good?
Crowbar Hotel.
For this contest, the job fell in the laps or in the ears of these folks: several radio station announcers, a music publisher, and the owner of a recording studio. Lots of experience here, but still a difficult task.
My job as music director at the station that I work for, the thing that I have to do is you put on a song, it has to catch you within the first 5 or 10 seconds, because if it doesn't, and that song goes on the radio, the listener is going to punch out. So I put a song in, and if it didn't grab me in the first 5 or 10 seconds, it was gone.
Here, let's try it. Is this one any good?
Missoula to Salt Lake City, and every place in between. From good time.
How about this one?
You're everything to me. My love, my life, my everything.
And what about different types of songs? Is a country tune better than a rock tune? And can you really compare a bluegrass song to a novelty song?
Not a tune you're likely to forget hearing. Which is what makes them hit songs, folks.
It's a cruel way to make a decision on what songs are going to be hits and what are going to be misses, but you when about 100 records in a week's time crosses your desk, it's impossible to spend, your time listening to all of them all the way through, so you have to.
Good evening. Welcome to the Silverado Lounge tonight. We're here to announce, honor, and showcase some of the top songwriting talent in the entire Intermountain region. The winners of the 1987 Songwriting Contest is sponsored by the Utah Songwriters Association.
After weeks of listening for that catchy tune, the 451 entries are narrowed to 10, and the finalists now perform their tunes for the public. There's a song about a lady named Flo.
Flo, Flo, don't you know that I really love you so?
And one about Vanna.
I wanna spend that wheel for China.
Rosemary Forster took 3rd place.
I'll play second fiddle if you'll be my boss. We'll string along together.
I'd like to be a writer and have a well-known artist do a song that you've written that's sort of like a plus, you know.
Kevin Corbett's song outlasted all of them.
I'll be there, right by your side, like a shining star. You can count on me, and I'm counting on you. You're counting on me to love you forever. Mainly, it opens
a lot of doors for me. You know, it gives me a little bit of credibility. And now, instead of just sitting in my bedroom writing songs like many do, I can say, well, I won a contest, and it stood up under some competitions.
As for the judges, they heard a lot of good music when they went through that big box of cassettes. Not everything will become hits, they say, but with some work, well, you never know. And the judges said they were very impressed with the amount of songwriting talent in the Intermountain region. As winner of the contest, Kevin Corbett gets to go to Nashville and do some free recording. The second and third place winners won some free studio time here in Salt Lake. Up next, the magic of cards and crystal balls. Can psychics really see the future? Dwayne Cardall will wrap up his series on the New Age phenomenon when we continue.